Thank you for joining me yet again. We'll go ahead and actually make it through that door. Just take the straight path right through here. Not get crazy. Maybe get a little bit distracted if there's shinies over that way, but it doesn't look like there's any dangers of shiny distractions. Is that one of those bird guys up there? Shriving stones do tend to go along with bird guys. Yeah, I think this is Bird City right here. We probably should have tried to get the jump there. Ooh. Oh, man. That's an angry bird, guys. Okay, so I think what we do is we kill the first one. We rush past it to kill one of the other two. Fortunately, that last upgrade on the Uchigatana means that we are killing them in 3 hits at least. And then we'll still have one sorcerer overlooking us, which is not great, not ideal, but is probably handleable. We could also, I wonder if we can go up this way and just take out the sorcerer first. That's probably the play if we can do it. Does he see us? Oh, jeez. Okay, so they actually just don't break their prayer until you hit them. As long as you kill the sorcerer first. Also, notice how important that bleed damage is. The reason why it took me 4 hits to kill him there versus 3 is because I threw that kick in between, and that allowed his bleed gauge to go down a little bit and not actually have him bleed from all 3 hits. As long as the 3 hits come in rapid succession there, their bleed gauge fills all the way up, and they die in 3. I keep mentioning the bleed because it's probably the biggest difference between the Uchigatana and the Frost Saber, I guess. The Rithel Blade, I think is what it's called. Something like that. Ooh, okay. Alright, he doesn't even care if he gets hit by an Uchigatana. Oh, yeah? Jeez, okay. That guy's brutal. He also is, he's holding his hand up like that. That's from the Red Covenant, the PvP Covenant in Dark Souls 2. So, I wonder if we might be getting close to a place where we could sign up to go hunt some people, do some invasions. Because that might be sweet. Did we actually get our souls back last time? I think we just totally left our souls on the ground. It wasn't very many, though. anyone out there has a tip on getting, like, just stealth backstabs on monsters, I would love to hear it, because I keep not getting them. Like, either the enemy will be wise to me right before I throw the attack out there. Like, do I just need to be attacking sooner? I don't know. I don't seem to ever be able to stealth backstab an enemy. Oh man, their corpses make really gross sounds. Alright, let's whoop this guy's ass this time. Well, we don't want to fight like 5 of them at once. Oh, okay, cool. We can just get in on this. Okay, so we're only fighting 1 here. Oh, man. I'm wondering what the right move is here. Their attack animations are very fast, and they've got enough poise that they don't get staggered by my attacks. Makes them very tough to kill. Cracked red eye orb and some dark gauntlets. They'd like the sound of dark gauntlets. They weigh just a touch more, give us a bit more physical resistance. Bit more poison, bit more poise. Poise is very important. And they look freaking sweet. Like, those gloves. Those gloves are metal, if I say so myself. Alright, there's the safety of a building back there, which is no safety at all in the Souls universe. Usually just means that there's corners for enemies to hide behind when they kill you. I might actually just go ahead and pop an Ember. I feel like they're showing up a lot more often than I was really expecting them to. So let's go ahead and just have ourselves a bit of extra health to deal with some of these difficult enemies that we are going to run into. Oh, jeez. Let's chew on some moss. We don't need to stay poisoned here. Their range is pretty insane. Makes it very hard to, like, isolate one of them without one of them just running off. Could y'all lose interest? That'd be great. We're getting kind of cornered into an area that we haven't explored here. I really don't want to get poisoned. That's why I'm just kind of backing off for a second here. Again, also, it would be fantastic if we could just get one of them aggroed on us at a time. Oh, dang. He just barely was out of range there. Otherwise, he would have been dead. They're just absolutely on top of each other. Okay, even if we actually managed to isolate one of their aggros, if we were going back towards where they spawned, they would have followed us. So we just closed in, took them out. I'm finding Iron Flesh to be hard to justify using. Oh, we shouldn't have dropped down here. That was backtracking. Like, it doesn't last very long. A lot of the enemies in this area also just deal poison damage, which is, like, if what you get out of using Iron Flesh is that instead of having a difficult fight, you are poisoned and get ticked down really, really pretty heavily. That doesn't seem like a big win. Got ourselves another bonfire, though, which is always nice. Let's just keep pressing forward here. Oh, no. That was a very minor disaster. Took him out. So they must have slightly higher bleed resist than the bird people do. Oh, jeez. I got pretty ugly there. For basically no reason. I just accidentally threw a kick out there that drained the last bit of my stamina and stopped me from being able to get off my last attack. What do we have here? I wonder if this will just be friendly. If we just don't attack this? We just keep walking? Maybe open this? Maybe grab this item? Cool. Oh, I remember this guy. You know, I'm kind of tempted to just try. Just try and kill this guy back here. Right? Like, what's the worst that could happen? Right? Ooh, alright, ouch. Let's back it up a little here. I really want to make it through this doorway. Please? Alright, I think we were just off to the right on that doorway. Alright, let's do this. You make a wall. I'll use it to buff myself. Ooh, Titanite scales. Many Titanite scales. And now we've got 10,000 souls. Yeah, let's head back. It's like the grandfather of crystal lizards. That guy was sweet. Also, really happy we were embered for that fight. Go ahead. We've got 10,000 souls, so we can see if we can get another attunement slot. If we can't, we'll switch to Fireball, I think, because while that was a good use of Iron Skin, I'm just kind of seeing a lot more uses of Fireball in usual combat where you're not down in the actual muck. We should also just kind of keep a mental note right now, and I want to say it out loud so that I remember it a little bit better, that there was this area in the game, this swamp, that was very hard, had these giant goat monsters that we decided that we wanted to just, like, not go and fight. We didn't want to go past the giant crazy goat monsters. So later, if we're super strong and we're like, well, huh, I wonder if there's maybe some hidden stuff that we've missed. We could go check out Goat Monsterville and see what that can do for us.
Welcome home, speak then. Very well, then Tuthaken.
Let's see here. Attunement. Yeah, 2, and we get attunement slots. And we got 300 extra souls. We got souls to spare here.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Let's go ahead and pop that on then. Oh, great magic weapon. Oh, so right, it's a spell though. It's not pyromancy. So therefore, we couldn't use our flame in order to get it, and we also what is this way? I forget. I think this just ends up wrapping around back to a different area of the Firelink Shrine. But let's go ahead and just explore around here a little bit more. Last time we did, we found a Uchi Katana. Maybe there'll be another NPC there one day. One day.
Ah, just good, wasn't it?
I wonder. Oh, we need large Titanite shards. So none of this requires a Titanite scale to upgrade. None of it. None of it at all. So we need large Titanite shards now in order to keep upgrading our Uchi Katana. Other Titanite shards that we do get along the way would just be, I guess, a good way of, upgrading other weapons, giving them a shot. You can also use it to upgrade, say, your shield. Not that that's like a hugely impactful upgrade, but stability is oftentimes very important. It reduces how much stamina damage you take when you get hit while blocking. So some of these shields are actually much more stable than what I have. Like 45 up to 54 is pretty substantial. Along with all those other better resistances. The problem here being that it requires 18 strength, and probably weighs an extra pound, which is not a big deal. It is a parrying shield too, though, the Lothric Knight shield. We can see, like, even the War God wooden shield, while it doesn't have 100% physical damage resistance, it's got much higher stability. To the point that that's actually, like, a considerable trade-off. 84% physical resistance, but you get a lot more blocks before you'll get staggered, and you'll be able to counterattack better as well, because you're not using as much stamina when you block something. I'm gonna stick with this one for now, but honestly, the War God shield might be doable. I'd have to adjust my own personal way of playing a little bit, but might actually be a really good idea. Cool. We'll go ahead, head back to the keep. We killed that crazy grandfather lizard thing, which was pretty A+, in my opinion. We'll try and we'll see if the crystal lizard guy is back there. See if we can push forward a little bit further. Night Slayer's Ring. Enemies lose more stamina when guarding attacks. That's actually probably an incredibly good PvP ring. Possibly even good in PvE. Like, oftentimes we are just attacking someone's shield until their stamina breaks down. There's a little location over here where these guys fight. I wonder how many souls you can get by just going over there. It's not a good farming location, just because of how long that took, though. Like, we had to go walk over there and then wait for the Dark Hand guys to saunter. Alright, crystal guy stays dead. That guy there just rushes us down. Oh, jeez. Let's just hit him. Good call. That was a good call to hit him. I'm a pretty smart dude. 1,700 souls from that guy is pretty substantial. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we are out of stamina here. Okay, we got it back. Ooh. Oh, wait, that guy wasn't worth 1,700 souls. What am I talking about? I just had souls left over. Oh, there's like really nothing over here? Guess we've got an overlook on those guys. I am in part heading back this way because it feels familiar. Like, I'm curious where exactly this is linking to, because I feel like we've seen it before. This is the first area that we entered into the swamp, I think. Like, this stuff here isn't poison, this is just the marsh. The first time that we were attacked by the crab. In glorious 8-bit audio. That is where this area is. Okay, cool. Never mind. The bonfire's a little bit further away than I thought. I see a pretty sweet-looking knight up here. You'd caught my eye before. Let's see if we can get the drop on him. It sounded like he might have heard us. Cell sword set. Actually seems, statistically very different, but stylistically very similar to what we were wearing before. Let's just go ahead and toss it on. Oh, actually, it's pretty sweet looking. Fits our weight ratio pretty well. Probably not terrible. Plus, it looks so sweet when we're embered. If we die, we might be a little bit more, careful about what our equipment's doing for us. But for now, let's just fight this dude. Oh, good. That just staggers us in one hit. Okay, cool. So we need to just roll everything against this guy. Oh, no. Okay, we can't do that again. It's unfortunate that he fits through this doorway. We just unequipped our shield on accident. Oh, we're dead. Ooh, it was close. We almost got our roll off there. 2,300 souls, extremely close to our bonfire. Considering using iron skin against that guy. Maybe. He's going to be a tough fight, particularly because we don't break through his poise at all. Our attacks don't stagger him. And his attack animations are pretty predictable, but it's just kind of like banking on dodging him 100% of the time is still dicey. Particularly when blocking is just not an option. Block, stop that. Stop blocking, come on. guys are a steal. Those are an easy 10,050 souls there. Or 1,050 souls. Now, granted, that's like nothing in the long term, but it's pretty substantial at this point still. Wish I had the stamina for a 5th attack. Would make that guy in particular way easier. Like, just dodge one good attack and then kill him outright. We're gonna try and abuse fireball range on this guy. We're gonna stop trying to abuse fireball range on this guy. Whoa! Oh! Yeah, it's just... No. Alright. I think he will just kill us through Iron Skin. I think that is actually the case. Let's go ahead and invest a little bit more time into maximizing our physical damage resistance here. Probably that. The weight and physical resistance just correlate so strongly with each other so often. Like, here we can get a little bit more for a little bit less weight. If I go into that. So that's probably a great idea. We just learned that at 70% exactly, you have a slow roll. Alright. That seems about optimal. It's weird to me that we're turning around to go back this way. It probably implies that we're backtracking, but honestly, I really want to kill this night guy and see what's on the other side of him. Rotten Guru Spear? Where you at, Rotten Guru Spear? Or Guru. Okay, so it deals poison damage, which we knew, because we've been hit by it. Deals considerably less physical damage than we do right now on the Uchi Katana. Granted, that's without any upgrades. It deals the same poison damage that we deal bleed damage right now. And it's a spear, which has got a lot of range. You can attack with it while blocking, which is sometimes very important. Just checking out the full moveset here. Looks like really it's just made for stabbing. It just stabs things. That is actually phenomenal. That attack right there. Oh. Aw. We were doing pretty well at the start there, for having just equipped a new weapon. I've got to say, since stamina is so much more limiting in this game, I feel like the big advantage of the spear, which is being able to attack while blocking, is a lot less of a big deal. That's, you know, even without the reduced damage being a big deal. I think I'd still be saying that. Though the reduced damage is certainly a big deal. Back to our Uchi Katana, and let's heal. gotta say, I actually think that, again, thinking about the fact that blocking things is so much harder because of how much stamina damage you're taking in this game, I actually think that Vitality might be worse because of that. And weapon, like, just dealing a lot of damage might be a lot better than past games. Wow, that guy's just dropping for us left, right, and center. So what is the... So this is a striking shield. This is our first striking shield, which is kind of cool. What do the stats look like on this thing? 62% physical resistance, stability of 44, which is respectable. It's no 57 on that War God shield. In fact, it's even worse than the Silver Kite shield. But we've got this striking thing. And it deals it weighs very little. I'm actually curious about what the striking shield is all about. That's fine. Let's try and get some space. Oh yeah, we're taking massive damage through the shield because it's not 100% physical resistance. All that I really want to do is use the striking shield. Okay, so that seemed like it did it. We got hyper armor for a second there, meaning the attacks weren't staggering us at all. We were able to attack, like, continue the animation even though we had gotten hit by him, which ordinarily our poise is not high enough to do against those guys. But with that said, the wind up to actually do it was very long. Actually landing the damage from it didn't happen once, but seems like it would be unreliable at best. Let's actually hit someone with it, though. That guy in particular has just, like, become our favorite guy to have drop us stuff. Seems like it deals, like, a lot of poise damage. It's very likely to stagger. Those kicks were all huge mistakes. Alright. I can see it. But I'm actually gonna try the War God Wooden Shield against this, this crazy knight up here. Oh, also those strikes were taking up... Wait, what did that... Oh, okay. So, we actually... That's our parry button does that. Huh, that's actually really cool. That's probably a quite important attack to have in your arsenal when you've got a pyromancy flame equipped. We'd have it on the Silver Kite shield as well, I just had never thought to actually use that. Let's have our Estus Flask out. Get ready. The hope here is that maybe he won't stagger us if he does land a hit. Which, let's be real here. It's a pretty big if, right? Right? We can totally get back hockey against this guy right now. That'll do it. Just hit him while he gets up. Take him out. Just an ember? Just an ember and like 1,000 souls? Underwhelming. Spellsword Twin Blades, you say? It requires our exact amount of dexterity. Scales a little bit better with dexterity. Deals a little bit less damage right now. Looks incredibly cool. Ooh, has a phenomenal attack animation. And when you dual wield them, you get sweet boss moves. That one takes a little bit of mana, but is sweet. I kind of like these things. Oh. Oh, man. That's the, instead of doing a kick, when you do that, well, that's the, fierce one. When you do that, you swing and then jump backwards. That's actually really cool. Alright, guys, these things, though. They deal, like, no damage. They deal way less damage, but they seem super cool. The Farron Coal. What is that? Seems like a key item if I've ever seen one. It enables heavy, sharp, and poison infusion. Cool. So that would use these. I'd imagine sharp would either increase or make bleed damage happen. We do have one of those. Heavy, poison, sharp, and poison. I wonder what heavy does. Titanite short. Oh, it actually says on here. Reinforced soul transposed weapon to +4 for Titanite scales. That's cool. So that's actually the special ones that you can build from, like where we got our ring that gives a little bit of health when we hit stuff. The transposing kiln. Cool. So that was totally worthwhile. We already checked out up there. Now we are heading back this way. You know, I've got to say, when I was seeing the giant ominous doorway, I was kind of expecting a boss fight. I feel like we've got to be getting close to it. We will see if we can find one. Up in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You're the best. Love the comments. You guys are super positive. Fantastic to have you watching and joining me on playing Dark Souls 3. It's really nice. See you guys later.